Welcome back. We are answering your questions about the coronavirus with Cone Health's Infection Prevention Medical Director, Dr. Cynthia Snyder. Remember, you can text your questions. This first one says, should I keep a mask on even when I go and see close family?
Yes, I believe if you're not living together, right, you're not in this kind of your same household bubble, there is a risk of going to see even close family from both ways, right? You don't know if you may be asymptomatic or versus your family members, so it's important to both wearing masks even for visits.
This question is, what is the temperature range for coronavirus? I'm guessing they're asking, when do you have a fever that they would be suspectful that that is a symptom?
So we usually use 100.3. And so if you take your oral temperature, if you're noticing it's 100.3 or higher, plus if you're having like sore throat or kind of muscle aches, like kind of flu-like illness, it's important to call your physician or see where you can get tested for COVID.
This next text question is, what age are children supposed to wear a mask, or what does the CDC require for the ages of children?
So I think I think kids who are like 5 and up can probably tolerate wearing a mask sufficiently. You know, maybe some prompting, but I probably would, like really young kids, I wouldn't try to have them wear a mask.
This question is, if you want to try on costumes for Halloween, how can you do that safely?
Oh, that is a good one. I would say hand hygiene is very important. I think I would avoid trying on any masks that someone else has tried on. You know, it's just that not only just the touching with your hands, but maybe they've like coughed into the mask or something. So I think if at all possible, I've tried to avoid physically trying it on, but you can kind of size it up outside. But probably I would avoid just definitely any headpiece that you have to, that someone else has put on and you put on. I would avoid that one.
Mm-hmm. This person is asking, how can you safely stay in hotels to avoid COVID-19? Is there anything that they should be looking for when they go to a hotel and stay?
You know, I think a good indication of both hotels as well as restaurants is just noticing how many people are wearing masks, both from the staff as well as like the clientele coming in. You know, if I think a good business would kind of prompt folks to you know that they should be wearing masks and properly too, not under the chin or under the nose, just ensuring that people are and then also that there are signs that distance folks out, as well as hand hygiene areas. So I would say that most hotels, like I think some hotels are very sensitive to that. They know that they want to reopen and make sure that folks who are staying there feel safe. So I suspect that they have incorporated some of these interventions.
Okay, we have a couple flu shot questions. The first is it safe to go out and get a flu shot?
The answer is yes, wholeheartedly. I think wearing a mask, again, is so important whenever doing any type of going into any restaurant, pharmacy, or grocery store, and going into your doctor's office, but it's a prime time to get a flu vaccine. So
the next question is then, will getting a flu shot help in any way to protect me from COVID?
So, you know, I think the thought is that some cases of COVID who are also co-infected with flu have had worse outcomes. But more importantly is that you want to protect yourself, right? You want to do anything you can that doesn't look like you're going to have COVID. So, and they have such similar presentations, with flu recovering a little bit quicker in somebody that may not have any health problems. But I'm a strong believer of getting the flu vaccine that it could definitely, just keep you healthier. It may not be 100% effective, but still, I think for the majority of the time, it's going to improve you having less symptoms if you do catch flu.
Okay, and really quickly, I just want to go over again the question about the masks and the kids with the costumes. You say a fabric mask and do not put the other mask on top.
That's correct. You want to protect yourselves from like other respiratory viruses, by wearing a fabric mask. But unfortunately, I think it might be too suffocating if you wear another type of Halloween mask on top. So yeah, people I think have to be creative either with like face painting or kind of creating some sort of outlet where you can be able to wear your face mask, the fabric mask.
We had several questions on that. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us today and sending in your text questions.